The Queen has laid her wreath at the memorial, having come by train from Chippenham with poppies to Paddington, and leading others, while the Princess of Wales at Armistice will also lay her wreath shortly. With the 2-minute silence concluded around the United Kingdom, we visited the Queen in Paddington, the Princess of Wales at Armistice. The wreaths will be laid, and on behalf of the Prince of Wales, the Princess of Wales lays his wreath here at Armistice. Sadly, the sun has not come through the gap in the wall here to mark this moment, but her reflection on behalf of the nation. Wreath layers will step forward in order of seniority and also on behalf of the organisations that they represent: the Deputy Lieutenant, the High Sheriff, and the senior representative of the Armed Forces at Armistice will be the next to lay their wreaths. Meanwhile, at the Cenotaph, and also in the Houses of Parliament in Westminster Hall, the Lord Speaker lays his wreath just underneath the window that holds the coats of arms of members of both houses who were killed in war. A large number of members of Parliament, not least Winston Churchill, in the First World War, volunteered to serve in battle. So also did a number of the House of Lords.
The Ode of Remembrance, and the Lord Speaker will recite the Kabima.
The garden or field of remembrance, with the Scots Guards, my regiment there, their little area picked out. Individual members of the regiment can come and place their small crosses to recall names in this grassy area covered in autumn leaves. The wreaths being laid in groups as they're watched by school children who have come from different parts of London to witness this moment. And in particular today, for the Western Front Association, the cores that were raised in China and the small island of Maui, northeast of New Zealand, who have come here today in order to lay their wreaths, and point out that the civilian services who were called to serve are also always remembered. In Cardiff, taking us to Wales, where so many in the Second World War were excused military service to continue working in the mines to keep the nation strong. Edinburgh, where the rain pours down upon this scene, in Princes Street Gardens, where even the cameraman has to do his work to make sure that we can see these pictures. I know Edinburgh very well, and there the singing will be no less keen to remember the Scots who lost their lives in battles. For the nation at the Cenotaph, those wreaths continue to be laid as the 4 sentries keeping vigil have their arms reversed and their heads bowed. The 2-minute silence marks the conclusion this year of the Remembrance season, a season principally led by the Royal British Legion and Poppy Scotland, who raise money through the poppies, which have been generously purchased, and that money is used to help wounded ex-service people and their families deal with marching through life to the constant drum of those difficulties, and yet with a little support to make it a bit easier. But with the Princess of Wales present in the Arboretum, music taken from the film Band of Brothers, in which Easy Company is followed through from D-Day and the terrible battles towards the end of the Second World War. Music that evokes loss of life, loss of young life, loss of life of young people that we come to know. And that is the essence of remembrance.